Beruchim Habaim. Moshe Langado here, speaking for Kolel Ahavat Yisrael in San Diego, California, and Sharet Zion here in Brooklyn, New York. This week we'll be reading Parshat BALAK. It's the story of the non-Jewish, the Gentile prophet, who is hired by the king of Moab, Balak, to curse the Jewish people. And it always seems to the casual reader that it wasn't successful. Bilam was not able to curse the Jewish people, and it's true. Plan 1 did not work, and the curses turned into blessings. But plan 2 did work. And what was plan 2? That's all the way at the end of the parsha, when Bilam told Balak, there's a way to be successful over the Jewish nation. And what is that? Their God hates immorality and hates idol worship. Have them transgress these two averot, and they will be like putty in your hands. That was the advice that Bilam gave Balak. The question is, how are you going to seduce the Jewish people, a people who are holy, to serve idols, to go into vice to such vile level and cohabitate with Moabite women? How is that going to happen? And for this, Bilam gave Melech Balak advice. I will tell you how. You have to find the chink in the armor. You have to find the vulnerable place. And I'll tell you how to do it. The Jewish people love good deals. Go and have all kinds of wares on sale. Material, cotton from Egypt, wool from the best sheep, silk from India, and sell it below cost. Of course, you have to advertise, and they will know in the camp that this is what is going on in Moab. And the men will come into Moab, into your cities, and they will request to buy from you. And at the door of your shops, put old women and let them handle the first stage of the sale. As you have pulled in the Jewish men into the store, the old women say, "Young man, you really want the good goods? They're not here in front, they're at the back." And the Jewish men are salivating for the good deals. And the old woman says, "I have to stay at the counter. Go in the back and you'll see all the real expensive materials." And the Jew goes back. And there, in a very seductive pose, is a young woman, a young Moabite woman. And she's lying down on sheets of silk. And the man doesn't want to look at her. He's a religious man. But she says, "Come, feel the quality of this silk." And the man wants to make a good deal. He comes and he feels the quality. Excellent. And before he knows it, in a playful way, this young woman pushes the young Jewish man onto the bed. And the young Jewish man starts doing things which are not so proper. And the young lady says, "Young man, you could do whatever you want with me. But first, we have to make our service to Baal Peor. We have to do the pagan rites of the idol of our country. And the Jewish man thinks for a second. He says, what are the rites? And she says, we have to defecate in front of Baal Peor. And the Jewish man says, not a problem. And with no embarrassment, he does what he's told. And then he has his way with the young woman. He goes back home, and lo and behold, 24,000 men are dying because of this atrocity. How smart was Bil'am? You cannot fight the holiness of the Jew head on. What do? You slowly bring him in. And the Yetzer Hara works that way till this very day. What do? The Yetzer Hara doesn't tell you, go and eat tarif. The Yetzer Hara doesn't tell you, go and do these isurim. No. He makes it comfortable for you. Slowly. Don't eat it. Just look at it. Smell it. Maybe it's good. Of course, chas v'shalom, you're not going to do an isur. And by the end, the Jew falls, and he does the forbidden act, and boy, does he do it. So Bil'am really knew the way how to attack Am Yisrael. And the Yetzer Hara, till this very day, as I said, uses the same approach. He pulls us in, not to do any sword, but as we get more familiar and more comfortable, then the Isur comes automatically. My friends, let us stay strong. Let us not buckle to the first argument of the Yetzer Hara. Even though we may think, nothing's wrong, what am I doing? But it has a role, or it has a snowball effect. And we may just end up doing the worst of the worst. Bezrat Hashem, we'll learn the lesson, and we won't have a chink in the armor. And the Yetzer Hara won't be able to attack us. And we'll live the life of Torah, mitzvot, masim tovim, and all together we'll grab onto our hand, each other's hand, and greet Mashiach Tzidkenu. Shabbat Shalom.